Hey folks, I'm really excited about today's cook, and I hope you are too, because I'm going to make something called discada. It's a very traditional Mexican dish that's usually made for big gatherings, big parties and stuff. And a good friend of mine from El Paso, he makes this when he has a big family gathering and stuff. And I've made this before, but I've never been able to make it the traditional way using the original pan. And the original pan that you make this in is called a disco.
I don't think this one's dead.
What's not dead?
Disco isn't dead.
Sorry, Dad. Not that kind of disco. Disco is the pan. This. It's like a double level pan. So you saute, it's like kind of like a big wok, or it kind of reminds me of Spanish paella, because paella comes from the term of the pan that it's cooked in. So I've got my disco. I've got my Weber kettle going with the charcoal in a charcoal basket right in the center, because I want to concentrate the heat right here, and then I can pull up the food once it's done up to the sides, and then keep adding more. So let me add the disco to the heat. Shouldn't take but a couple of minutes for that to come up, because that is screaming hot. This thing is huge. You could feed an army with it, and I think that's the whole concept of discada, is you can make like a lot of food for a big crowd. So first I'm going to start off with a pound of bacon that I've kind of diced up. Get that going. There's a lot of meat involved with this dish, trust me. We start with bacon, we add chorizo and Mexican chorizo, and we have beef and pork, and then we have a very special Mexican hot dog. It's a chicken hot dog, and it's interesting because the brand name is Food, F-U-D. So let me get this bacon rendered off, and then I'll bring you right back once I get the chorizo on, and then we'll continue on and see how this turns out. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay, bacon is done. Rendered out quite well. Push all of this up to the side. Nice and crispy. That's the beauty of the disco, this multi-level disco, is that you scoop one thing up to the side and then drains the fat down. So it kind of keeps it warm, but doesn't keep cooking. Get all the bacon up. And we want all of that bacon grease. So it's going to flavor everything that's going to come after it. Now, let's add our chorizo. This is a fresh chorizo made by my local grocery store. I really love this chorizo. This is a really good one. So this is a half pound of chorizo, and that was a pound of bacon. Let me just get this browned off, and then we'll continue on, and you'll see the finished product here in a little bit, so stay tuned. Chorizo's done, so I'm going to do the same. I'm going to pull it up to the side. Oh, it smells incredible. Chorizo adds most all of the flavor and the color. Wonderful stuff. Get that up on the side. Now we're going to add our beef and our pork. And I've simply cubed up the beef. This was a beef steak. It was a New York strip. It's 1 pound New York strip and 1 pound of pork. And I've simply seasoned it with the Goya Adobo. I love this stuff. If you can't find this, just use salt and pepper. So we're going to go ahead and start our beef and our pork. That smell is incredible. I wish you all were here. Okay, I'm gonna let this go when I've got a few more components to this, and I'll be right back when the beef and the pork are done, and then I'll combine it all and make some tacos. So please stay tuned. Okay, the pork and the beef are done. Looks perfect, and it smells amazing. So now the next component is some sliced onions and tomatoes. Mix that in. Get all sauteed. Oh yeah, this feeds an army. Okay, I'm gonna let this go a little bit more, and once those onions and those tomatoes have kind of sauteed and softened up, then I'll start incorporating the chorizo and the bacon, and then we'll eat. So definitely stay tuned. Tomatoes and onions are softened. It's really good. Smells really good. Smells amazing. So now let's just add our chorizo back in and our bacon. Get it all in there. And then just mix it all up. That's a whole lot of goodness right there. I'm just going to let this simmer for a few more minutes. I'm going to take it off, I'm going to garnish it, and then let's eat some tacos. The discada is done. I'm going to transfer it over to the table here. I'm going to garnish it with some fresh cilantro. Love cilantro. And then let's make some tacos. The discada is done, so let's make a taco. Got the cilantro in there. Definitely want to get some of that. Some onions, get a little bit of everything. Really good. Squeeze of a lime. Now I forgot to add, traditionally, there's a Mexican hot dog. It's a chicken hot dog that goes in with this, but I kind of like it this way. You could add the hot dogs if you want, but this is the way I like my discada. Let me try not to get this all over the place. That is truly amazing. I swear I've never had anything this flavorful. It is so darn good. That squeeze of the lime right before you eat it is just perfect. Oh man, go make yourself some discada. You really don't need a disco, but it is kind of fun. You can use a frying pan. That's what I used when I first was experimenting with this, but disco is a lot more fun, especially if you use it on your Little girl. So thanks for watching, folks.
Frank?
Oh, hey.
So, what do we have here?
Neighbor found him lying there. We think he's deceased.
Interesting. White three-piece suit. Gold chain. Platform shoes. Frank? I don't think this one's dead.
What's not dead?
Disco isn't dead.